Hi, my name is Kristen, and I'm an orofacial myofunctional therapist. And today I wanted to answer the question how myofunctional therapy can help with neck strain or neck discomfort. So, if the neck strain is due to muscle, then that is a good sign that myofunctional therapy can help. Myo means muscle, function of muscle, myofunctional therapy. Now, what we're going to do is work on these muscles and work on them in relation to the muscles in the mouth. The muscles in the mouth are directly connected to the muscles in the throat. And oftentimes our bodies will think that it needs muscle that's supporting the neck and head to work right along with the muscles in the throat that is supporting the swallowing. And those two groups don't actually need to be working at the same time. We can swallow something without feeling a lot of strain in our neck. But what you might notice is that some people, when they swallow something, they do this in order to swallow. And you'll see like strain on their face to swallow. And swallowing should be very easy. It should be it should be simple and basic, but it's not simple for everyone because some muscles haven't been doing what they're supposed to be doing. And so all the other muscles are like, we gotta eat and we gotta eat well and we need to not choke. So here we go. And you just see all of this strain happening. And this muscle on the outside that I'm straining, this is the platysmus, and it is a very emotional muscle, right? Whenever you're like freaking out, you're gonna see that you're gonna see that muscle start to freak out. And so if there's a lot of strain happening through here, and that is usually because, and it's muscle related, that is usually because the muscles in the throat and the muscles in the neck are thinking that they need to work together, but really what we need to do is work on strengthening the muscles in the tongue as they connect to the throat, and then working on focusing on relaxing the muscles in the neck so that the muscles in the neck are just calmly supporting the head upright, but not having to help out with the swallow. It's so cool to see how when we strengthen all of the muscles that should be doing their job and focusing on relaxing and separating the outside neck muscles from that action, then we can see a relief. Now, sometimes that's not quite enough. And sometimes a person does have a tongue tie. Now, I've talked about tongue ties before, but it's really quite fascinating how if the tongue can't do what it's supposed to do because it doesn't have the mobility that it needs, then even if you strengthen the tongue, then it's still straining to do what it needs to do. And so if you get that cut after you've been working on strengthening it and making sure that it's going to be in the right place after you get that freedom cut, and I do emphasize after, because if you go in and get that tongue tie cut, there is a significant chance that it will just grow right back into place or even grow closed more so than it was before. And that's horrible. I hate it when that happens. People will come to me and say, I already had a tongue tie release. I just need to know what to do afterwards. And I'll take a look and I'm like, hey, can you do these different things? And they can't do them. And it's so frustrating. So please, please, please work on strengthening the muscles in your mouth first, then go get the surgery done, and then continue to work on some function and make sure that everything is functioning well so that you know that you got the release that you needed. And you'll oftentimes see that there's quite a bit of relief in the neck. In fact, I've had multiple patients experience relief in their jaw, and all the tension of their jaw, even up through here and in the neck, and then in the back of the neck and kind of towards in the shoulders. What we see happening is that the tongue is supporting the jaws from the inside. It's swallowing correctly without a ton of effort. The rest of the body is learning to not compensate for that action. And we swallow like 500 to 1,000 times a day. And so if you are consistently compensating with other muscles to help your body swallow, to help your body support itself, then yes, you're going to see a lot of strain and you're going to consistently get that strain, even if you go in for a massage or even if you go in for a chiropractic visit. So once you can get all those muscles working together, life is going to be a little easier as everything learns to work for you rather than against you. I've had a number of people who have had jaw strain that they got rid of with just a few easy exercises. And so on my app, there's actually a few exercises that are available to anyone who downloads the app. The rest of the exercises are not available until you're working with me because I do need to be able to see what you're doing. Quite a few people think that they are doing what I am doing as I am demonstrating it. And in fact, they are using all sorts of different muscles to compensate and they're not realizing it. And so they're not getting the results that they want. And so I do give a few basic simple stretches that don't really need to be monitored by me in order to help get you some relief. Hope this helps.